Welcome to our GK lecture.
Hello dear children, in this week we are going to deal with unit language and literature. So the very first chapter which we are going to look forward is fictional characters. You all love fictional characters, right? Literature takes us on amazing and often imaginary world of stories and unbelievable or impressive characters. Some fictional characters leave a deep impact on our minds. Let us look at some literary works named against each fictional character. I'm going to show some pictures along with their names. Let us talk about this particular person, Sherlock Holmes. Yes, he is a fictional character created by Scottish writer Arthur Conan Doyle. He is associated with the Hound of Baskervilles, right? This particular literary work. You all know this particular character. Yes, he's none other than Peter Pan. Yes, Peter Pan from The Little White Bird. This little sailor is Santiago from The Old Man and the Sea. The beautiful lady is Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind. Another fictional character from the movies is this fat man, Falstaff, from Henry IV. Now you know this from this picture. He is Huckleberry Finn from Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. And here is Snowball. Now, as the name suggests, he is not made up of snow. He is a fictional character from Animal Farm. Further moving ahead is the Artful Dodger from Oliver Twist. And another. Yes, you all know who she is. She is Alice. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. You might have seen the movies as well, right? Another beautiful lady is here. She is Becky Sharp from Vanity Fair. So these are all the fictional characters we read in different books and we even watch their movies. Moving ahead with our next chapter, we are going to deal with unique literary forms. Now, what are these unique literary forms? As we know, there are different kinds of literary styles or writings. We call them as, they are called as genres or forms. Like we know there are dramas, there's poetry, there's comedy, tragedy. But apart from these, there are many subforms of literature and we are going to look forward to these subforms today. So let us look ahead what we have. This particular type of form, which is soul of writing characterized by elements of fear, horror, death and glories with romantic elements like nature, individuality and intense fear or suspense. It is known as Gothic literature. The next one to go, yes, as you can see in the image over here, that image depicts something, the literary style that glamorizes the criminal world. It is known as gangster chick. Literary writing that expresses a character's inner thoughts are known as interior monologue. They talk about their inner thoughts. The next one is the literary style of comedy, which makes light of subject matter that is generally a taboo, right? It is also known as black comedy. And the one literary genre of comedy that derives humor from social awkwardness is known as cringe comedy. Last but not the least, a play written specifically to be read by a reader or to be read aloud in a small group but not to be performed on stage. As you can see in the picture, the play is read by people. Okay, so this is known as a closet drama. You all know this, right? You might have read about Arabian Nights, you might have seen the cartoon movies, you might have seen the movies Aladdin, all these. So we have read about it, but there is an amazing fact about this particular Arabian Night. None of the three famous tales of the Arabian Nights actually comes from the Arabian Nights. Now, which are those tales? The stories of Aladdin, Ali Baba and 40 Thieves, and the 7 Voyages of Sindbad, the Sailor. These are not from the original Arabian Nights. They are further later added to the original corpus of bona fide Arabian 1001 nights. These are later added in that. Already there are 1001 night stories in Arabian Nights. Okay. So this is all about this particular chapter. Moving ahead with our next chapter, we are going to look at English novels written by Indians. Yes, there are many famous Indian authors who have written novels in English. So let us look at what is given in this chapter. On the left hand side, there is a list of 12 authors, and on the right hand side, there are names of certain books written by these authors. So we have to just match the pairs over here, and we have to write the answer in the boxes given below here. So we are going to write here the answers now. So the very first one, V.S. Naipaul. V.S. Naipaul, the book written by him is The House for Mr. Biswas. So here is option B. We will write over here. Cyrus Mistry. Cyrus Mistry is a famous author who has written the book Chronicles of Corpse Bearer. So here is the option A. I'll write yes, A. Now third one to go, R.K. Narayan. R.K. Narayan has written many books, but here the name is given only one, that is Waiting for the Mahatma. Fourth one, Kiran Desai, the author of The Inheritance of Loss. G option I will write over here. Fifth one, Salman Rushdie, the author of Shalimar the Clown, and the option is C. Sixth one, Anita Desai, the book written by her is The Village by the Sea, and the option is K. Yes. Seventh to go is Vikram Seth, and Vikram Seth is the author of the book Two Lives. You might have heard many stories from Vikram Seth. Chetan Bhagat, I do read his books, and his book here, the name of the book given over here is 5 Point Someone. The option is H. Jhumpa Lahiri. Jhumpa Lahiri is the author of the book The Namesake. Option is F. Kiran Nagarkar is the author of the book God's Little Soldier. So the option is J, as you can see over here. Amitav Ghosh, the author of the book The Glass Palace. You can even see the pictures of these authors given over here, children. You can look at these pictures. And the last one to go, Amish Tripathi. The last option left is L, The Oath of the Vayuputras. This book is written by Amish Tripathi. Now, there is a wow moment given over here in the textbook. New Zealand born Harold Williams is considered one of the greatest linguistics of all times. He was able to speak 58 different languages and many dialects. He was the foreign editor of the London Times. Now, there is one question given over here in the why section. Some languages are disappearing. Experts say that half of the world's languages will be dead by 2050. Some say that 90% of languages could be extinct by 2100. Languages die when they are not passed to the next generation. So it is very important to preserve our languages. We should nurture them because they tell us about our culture. I hope, children, you all must have written all the answers, and here we will take the stop.
This was all about this week's lecture. Thank you.